Hey everybody, another day, another video. If you like what you see and hear, consider liking, subbing, and ringing that bell, and comment. We like comments. I think I'm ready, but I'm probably not. Boom, 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 boom. I was talking in the comments for the past day or so, a multitude of things, but one of them was with P. Moran 7971 about Alex. He asked, I think it was it you that asked to do Alex Harvey doing next? I think so. I get mixed up easy. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. And in the process of finding the song and all that kind of thing, it dawned on me, next, could that possibly be the same song as Scott Walker does? And it's a Jacques Brel song. Scott Walker is a big Jacques Brel fan, did a whole album of just Jacques Brel songs, and they're all very cool. So I did a little investigating, and sure enough, it's the same song. So I had to do both of them together, which is what we're going to do today. So Alex Harvey doing next, and Scott Walker doing next. And we shall see what we shall see. I, of course, already know the Scott Walker version, but Alex Harvey will be new to me. And when I first realized that, I was like, what? It just doesn't seem like something that Alex Harvey would do. But then again, on the other hand, what the hell do I know? So we're going to check out the Alex Harvey band doing next. And pay attention to the lyrics. It's a strange little song. But Jacques Brel does write unusual lyric stuff. So.
N-E-X-T.
Next.
Naked, a sin, an army towel covering my belly. Some of us weep, some of us howl, knees turn to jelly. But next, I was just a child, 100 like me. I followed a naked body followed me. Next.
I can't believe they did this.
I was just a child when my innocence was lost in a mobile army hood house, a gift from the army, free of course. Next, me, I really would have liked a little bit of tenderness, maybe a word, maybe a smile, maybe some happiness, but next.
Like the violin.
Oh, it was not so tragic and heaven did not fall, but how much at the time I hated being there at all. Next. I still recall the brothel trucks, the flying flags, the queen lieutenants at their asses thinking we were fags. Next.
Was this true? Did they really do this in the armies back in those days? Whenever this was supposed to be? Never heard of such a thing.
I swear on the wet head of my first case of gonorrhea, it is his ugly voice that I forever fear. Next. A voice that thinks of whiskey,
Alex Harvey.
corpses, and of mud.
He's got the best. He's got a great delivery for this song. The way he sings anyway. This is right up his alley. You know?
Since then each woman I have taken into bed, they seem to lie in my arms and they whisper in my head. Next. each other's hands as they watch me dream a night in a dream that nobody understands. And though I am not dreaming in a voice grown dry and hollow, I stand on endless naked lines of the following and the follow the next. Next, one day I'll cut my legs off. I'll burn myself alive. I'll do anything to get out of life to survive, not ever to be next. Next, next, not ever to be next. Not
I always wondered that when I listened to the Scott Walker version, you know, is that a thing that, I mean, I was in the Navy and there was no such thing like that. Maybe the armies in other parts of the world do that, you know, get these young guys, new recruits, and they send them off to the local, they bring in a truck, apparently, got flags flying. It's like, yeah, okay, in you go, fellas, you know, next. Is that true? If it is, that's brutal. That's just horrible. No wonder he's like, I want to cut my legs off and burn myself alive. I would have liked a little tenderness. Yeah, that just seems horrible. I hope that... Anyway, on to Scott Walker's version. Now, this I like. I know this one real well, and knowing it and having just now heard Alex Harvey's, I do like the Scott Walker version better. And maybe you will too. But we'll find that out in just a second. So, Mr. Walker, and I like Scott Walker anyway. So, same song, different interpretation.
Naked as sin, an army towel covering my belly. Some of us blush, somehow knees turning to jelly. Next, I was still just a kid. There were 100 like me. I followed a naked body followed me. Next, I was still just a kid when my innocence was lost in a mobile army whorehouse.
Mobile army.
Gift of the army,
Free of cost.
Next, you're next. Me.
You.
I really would have liked a little touch of tenderness, maybe a word, just a smile, some instant happiness. But no, next.
Hurry up.
Oh, it wasn't so tragic. The high heavens didn't fall, but how much at that time I hated being there at all. Next. Now I always will recall the brothel truck, the flying flags, the queer lieutenant who slapped our asses as if we were fags. Next, you're next. I swear on the wet head of my first case of gonorrhea, it's his ugly voice that I forever hear. The next, that voice that stinks of corpses, of whiskey and of mud. It is the voice of the nations, that thick voice of blood. Next. And since then, each woman I've taken to bed seems to laugh in my arms and whisper through my head. Next. All the naked and the dead should hold each other's hands as they watch me scream at night in a dream no one can understand. Next. And when I'm not screaming in a voice grown dry and hollow, I stand on endless naked lines of the following and the followed. Next. One day I'll cut my legs off and burn myself alive. I'll do anything to get out of line just to survive. Never to be next. Oh, never to be next.
So there you have it. Yeah, man, it must have affected somebody pretty bad if they want to cut their legs off and burn myself alive, just so I never will be next or never to be next. So there it is. And so let us know what you think, Alex Harvey or Scott Walker. I'm voting for Scott Walker. Though Alex Harvey's cool, he did a good job of it. And in my poking around, I did see there was some other group that did it. I don't remember who it was. I was, like I say, I was sort of here, there, and everywhere. And I was like, wow, a lot of people have done this song. But a lot of people have done Jacques Brel songs, and I'm just not aware of it. Because they were unusual songs and strangely lyricked stories about something, one thing or another. Yeah, Plastic Palace People is another song. That's, I believe that's a Jacques Brel song that Scott Walker does. Check that out. I mean, if you like this, the Scott Walker version, and that perks your interest, go check out Scott Walker in general. But he has a whole album of Jacques Brel songs. Scott Walker Sings Jacques Brel is the name of it. So, cool. Well, that was cool. That was fun. I had no idea. See that? You learn something new every day. All right, folks. Later.